Imagine this. You're packing light for a weekend. Carry-on, sneakers, sunglasses, and one small camera that doesn't panic when the sun goes down. The rumor mill's buzzing that DJI's next Osmo Action might jump to a larger 1.1-inch sensor. If that leak is real, your night rides, your city walks, your indoor gym clips, everything could look cleaner, richer, and more cinematic than any action cam you've used before. Let's make it real. A bigger sensor is like a bigger window for light. More light in means less noise, more color, and better detail where most action cams fall apart. Shadows, dim rooms, neon streets. Parking lots at 9 p.m. You'll hold lower ISO, keep skin tones intact, and lift shadows without that crunchy sandpaper look. It's not a tiny tweak. It's the difference between good for an action cam and, wait, that was shot on that little thing? Now, no hype without honesty. Bigger sensors demand better glass. If DJI nails the lens, sharp center, clean corners, nice flare control, you'll see edge-to-edge clarity even in ultra-wide. If they cheap out, you'll spot soft corners and smeared detail on day one. The Action line has had solid optics and hydrophobic lens covers that shed water. If that carries forward, surfers, swimmers, and rainy day runners are going to love it. Color time. If DJI keeps 10-bit profiles like D-Log-M and HLG, your footage will grade like a dream. Skies stay smooth, sunset gradients stop banding, and highlights don't clip as hard. Even if you never touch color grading, 10-bit gives you richer tones straight out of the camera. That's where the bigger sensor and smarter color science work together. Skin looks like skin under weird lighting. Storefront LEDs. Gym fluorescents, sodium streetlights, without turning gray or plastic, frames and resolutions. Expect at least parity with the current model, clean 4K at high frame rates. If 4K 120 returns, or improves, with a larger sensor feeding it cleaner data, slow motion at night finally becomes usable. Imagine crisp slow-mo of sneakers hitting wet pavement under streetlights, or barbell reps in a dim gym without the muddy smear you're used to. Stabilization matters more than any spec for action. DJI's RockSteady and HorizonSteady are already top tier, right there with GoPro. The catch with a bigger sensor is crop. More sensor area can mean less wiggle room for digital stabilization, unless the readout is clever. If DJI tightens the algorithms and keeps Horizon Lock strong without chewing up your field of view, you get that floaty, gimbal-like feel with a wider, more natural picture. Bonus points if they include gyro data export, so advanced users can stabilize in post for absolute perfection. Here's how this changes your style. Action cams usually keep everything in focus all the time. With a larger sensor, when you get close to your subject, hands on handlebars, coffee cup in the foreground, a face filling the frame, you'll see a subtle separation that makes your shots feel less action cam, more cinema cam. Not full-frame blur, let's be realistic, but enough dimension that people feel it, even if they don't know why. Audio is half the experience, and it ruins more videos than shaky footage ever will. If DJI improves mic placement and wind handling, voice clarity on a bike path or a beach boardwalk becomes simple. Pair that with the DJI mic or a solid Bluetooth option, and you've got clean, broadcast-ready sound in a pocket rig. The quiet upgrade might be the one you notice the most when you edit. Battery and heat. The part everyone avoids and everyone cares about. High bitrate 10-bit 4K choose power and builds heat inside a waterproof body. The last model handled it well, but every generation gets pushed harder. Here's what to watch when this drops. Continuous recording time at 4K 60 in warm weather, stationary versus moving tests, and whether high frame rate modes throttle or shut down early. If the camera keeps rolling past the 20-minute mark in the sun without drama, that's a win you feel every single shoot. Waterproofing and durability are the quiet confidence factor. If the body stays tough and the hydrophobic lens cover resists droplets, you won't trash takes with one rogue water bead. And ecosystem matters. If the magnetic quick release stays backward compatible, your mounts, cages, and accessories still work. Add a native vertical mode that keeps the rear screen usable, and you're covered for Reels, Shorts, and TikTok without awkward cropping. Let's stack it up against the competition. GoPro is legendary for punchy color, buttery, hypersmooth, and dialed-in software. Insta360 owns the creative space with reframing and smart AI tools. DJI's advantage, if this sensor jump is real, will be low light, dynamic range, and a more natural look that holds up under mixed lighting. Think New York nights, Los Angeles sunsets under the bleachers halftime. If you live in those conditions, this might be the image you've been chasing. Real-world snapshots. Mountain biker in a shaded trail at 4 p.m., Leaves stay leaves, not green mush. City traveler at blue hour, neon pops, faces don't turn gray. Parents filming a birthday under warm kitchen lights, fewer blown highlights, better skin tones, and detail that survives the candles. The tech talk is nice, but this is about saving memories that look the way they felt. Now a quick reality check. Leaks can be wrong, and great specs can flop in execution. Here's your checklist when reviews land. Low light tests on faces, not just skylines. Rolling shutter on fast pans. Wind noise handling with real voices. Stabilization crop in horizon lock. And actual continuous recording times at 4K 60 and 4K 120 outdoors. If those 5 boxes tick, buy with confidence. Should you wait or buy what's out now? If you mostly shoot midday action and you find a great deal on the current model, you'll be happy. It's still excellent. If you shoot indoors at night or you push your grades, waiting a beat could pay off big. Also, prices move when new gear hits. Either you get the new thing or you get a better deal on the current one. Both paths can be smart. Let's make your first setup painless. If you grade, switch to a 10-bit flat profile like D-Log-M, keep ISO as low as you can, follow the 180-degree shutter rule, double your frame rate, and use ND filters in daylight to hold it. If you don't grade, choose the standard or natural profile, lower in camera sharpening a notch if possible, and set exposure compensation to -0.3 or -0.7 in harsh sun to protect highlights. Lock white balance when lighting won't change. Those tiny tweaks make your footage look instantly more expensive. Editing tip you'll thank yourself for. Don't crush the image. Gentle contrast, soft highlights, and a touch of saturation go further when the sensor is already giving you clean mids and real color. If your timeline stutters with 10-bit files, generate proxies or transcode before you start. The extra 5 minutes saves you an hour of frustration. Creative tip you'll use forever. Control your motion. Let subjects enter and exit frame. Slide past a scene instead of spinning. Hold a shot 1 beat longer than you want. With better low light and stable color, that intentional movement feels cinematic without any extra gear. So where does this leave us? If the rumored 1.1-inch sensor lands, this could be the first action camera that doesn't just survive the night, it actually loves it. A pocket rig that keeps rolling, holds detail, and treats skin tones kindly in the real light you live in. That's the promise. If DJI delivers, your best footage this year might be the stuff you shoot after sunset. Tell me what you shoot most. Night streets, indoor workouts, family chaos, water, or trails, and the one setting you care about. When the specs are official, I'll drop the exact setup for your style. Until then, keep your card fast, your batteries charged, and your eyes on the low light tests. The moment this thing becomes real, you'll know if it's your camera.